That kind of stuff is no big deal, although the kitchen will smell for a couple of days if you burn the popcorn. But there are other instances where we're going to fall and it's really going to hurt. And the consequences will be a little more long-lasting, and sometimes even those we love will be hurt by our choices. Sometimes it's out of our control. Sometimes it's very much in our control, something we should have seen coming. Here is what's really cool. Here's what's great. Failure can actually be leveraged into something helpful to us. It can be leveraged into something life-giving. And if we allow God to teach us and shape us through our failures, which we will have, then our failures can actually become stepping stones on the road to success. But we all know not everyone makes this choice. Amen? Not everyone chooses to leverage their failure toward success. Not everyone decides to fail forward, right? And I think about, just by way of introduction, what are we talking about here? Think about two guys, Judas Iscariot and Simon Peter. All right, these are two big names from the New Testament. One of them is in the hero column over here, Peter. Love Peter. One of them is in the villain column. We're in the black hat over here, Judas Iscariot. But if you track their lives, if you track their choices, if you track the opportunities that they had up until one specific moment, which is like 24 hours before the death of Jesus, their lives tracked, just parallel with each other, right? Peter and Judas are both, out of all of the people on planet Earth, they are chosen. Thank you so much, Mike. They were chosen by the Son of God to be part of His elite internship program. Apprentices of the Messiah. Only 12 people on planet Earth were selected. Judas Iscariot, Peter both selected. More than that, they were both given leadership roles within the ministry of Jesus, within that group of 12. Of course, Peter is one of the big three, if you will, one of those three apostles who is closest to Jesus. Anyone remember who those three are? Peter, James, and John. Yeah, the three most intimate friends of Jesus. Judas is also a leader in the ministry of Jesus Christ. Judas is the CFO of the ministry. He is the treasurer of the ministry. So both of these guys are not only selected to be part of this internship program of Jesus, apostles of Jesus, but they're also both leaders within that ministry. And they both failed badly. At their Messiah, their Master, their Rabbi's hour of greatest need, Judas sells Jesus off for 30 pieces of silver. Peter, within that same time period right there, denies knowing Jesus 3 times. How did each of them feel about their failure? Peter was heartbroken, right? Guess what? Judas was heartbroken. Both of these men were grief-stricken because of their failure. But something happens there that turns Peter into this example, this guy we can identify with. Yeah, bumps and warts and mistakes and anger issues and precipitous statements and sticking his foot in his mouth and all this stuff. We identify with this guy, but he is somebody that we love and we see as a model of faith. He writes books in the New Testament. He is the spokesman for the apostles. He preaches the first gospel sermon. What happens is Peter does not give up. Peter does not lock in his failure. Judas, obviously, we know, takes his life, locks in his failure, decides there is no tomorrow. There's nothing that God can do with someone as wicked as I am. He gave up on God. And that is the difference. So there is hope for us in knowing that my failure does not have to be final. Power and freedom are unleashed in the life of the disciple of Jesus when they come to grips with the truth that with Jesus, my setbacks can become these stepping stones on the road to success.